Good afternoon and welcome to Owens Technology Simple PowerPoint Presentation Tutorial. My name is James Owens. I am the creator of Owens Technology, and I'm going to show you how to create a basic PowerPoint through Microsoft 365. We'll start by opening up PowerPoint and go to a blank presentation. Once we're at the blank presentation, the first slide you will see is what's called the title slide. There are several different layouts part of Office 365 that are known as the core layouts of a presentation. We have the title slide, the title and content slide, the section header slide, the to content slide, the comparison slide, the title only slide, the blank slide, the content with caption slide, and the picture with caption slide. Now, besides having all of these different abilities of creating the different slide layouts, there's also different designs that Office 365 offers you. I'm going to go with something a little bit more plain and relaxed for this one. We're going to go with something like this. Very, very clean, very relaxed. The title of this presentation is going to be What I Did This Week. This is by, let's say, Mr. John Doe. Now, from here we've created our first slide. This is what we would call our kind of our title slide. The next slide we'll go back up here and click Home and go to New Slide. There's a button you could just click, or you could do the drop down. Doing the drop down lets you choose exactly which format or layout your next slide is. I'm going to go with the to content. On this slide, this will be our introduction slide. Introduction. And because I want to change it up a little bit, we're going to change the font. I want something a little bit more easy, let's say easier on the eyes. So we'll do Times New Roman. Everyone loves Times New Roman. In this section, we'll do your introduction. So my name is John Doe. I am a 45-year-old man who is from Lamar County, Mississippi. I am a construction worker and have been for the last 20 years. I joined this college so that I can better improve my construction business. I am a 100% online student. This is where you'd insert a picture. So we're going to do stock image. Let's see if we can find a good construction looking guy. I like that picture. Very professional. So this shows, now we've created our introduction slide. Now, when you're choosing your introduction images, you're going to choose one that you have went and found on Google or either used off of your own personal device. In this instance, you would normally use one of your own personal pictures. All right, so now we're going to go over to back to home and go to new slide. From new slide, this time we're going to go over to title and content. No, yeah, that's fine. What I learned this week. What I learned on Monday. Actually, I don't like this layout. For this particular type of slide, we're going to do a content with caption. What I learned on Monday. For this instance, we'll put Monday and we'll put the date. So 5, I think Monday was the 12th. We'll do Monday 12, 2025. On Monday, in my BUS course, I learned that there are better ways of doing interviews than the way I have been for the last 5 years. All right, so on the first day, John Doe would have learned on Monday in his business management class that there's a better way of doing interviews. So now we need, and see, because of this, we needed a photo with every one of our different slides. So what you do is you go over to Insert, and you do Insert Picture. This is when you click from your device. From your device, this is when you choose normally like a picture of something you've downloaded on your own personal computer. But because this is just an example, I'm going to use some stock images. Let's see. Do we have a picture of an interview? Let's see. Let's do this one. I like this image. Now, as you can see, it's a huge image. So now we're going to have to adjust this image a little bit. To do that, you see these there's bubbles in these corners. We're going to grab from the left and pull it down. As you can see, it'll slowly shrink. Once we get it about the size we want, you'll see 4 arrows appear on your cursor or your arrow. You'll click the image and move it right where you'd like to have the image. In this instance, I think the best place for it is going to be right there. So we're going to move on to our next type of slide. Our next slide, we're going to do, that just then was a content with caption. This time, we're going to do a picture with caption. So this one, we're going to do what John learned on Tuesday. And that was 5/13/2025. Oh, nope. Let's not do that. So we're going to space, and then I learned that there are tools I can use to better help me with my harder classes through student success won't use that. We'll do I like this one because we're talking about academic here. And as you see, the image is a little, it didn't pull exactly where I wanted it. So what we're going to do is when we click crop, we move the image to move exactly where we want to show. And then we fix it. There, now we have a nice, pretty image. Now, for our next slide we're going to do, we'll just go ahead and do, how about we do two compare, nope, I don't like, we'll do, we'll do a side by side. We'll do what I learned the rest of the week. I learned so much this week from ways to manage my business to how blah 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 blah. This is where you'd fill out where the rest of what you learned this week, and you'd insert, of course, like we said, another image. We'll do a stock image again. School. I want to use. Where do we use this? No. We'll do this. I like that one better. I like that image better. Where's the other image that I selected? I need to unselect it. Unselect. Insert. Boop. All right, and now we'll do our final slide. Our final slide will do a title. We'll go ahead and do a title. No, because you need an image. We'll do one more to content. In conclusion, I learned that there is so much more for me to learn even at my age, and I'm learning something new every day. And we'll go ahead and highlight that and just bold that. Let's throw some bold in there. And let's see, we'll go stock images again. Education. I'll do that one. And there we have it. We have 6 slides. So let's go over the different slides and formats and what we talked about. In slide 1, we're using the layout of the title slide. In slide 2, we use the layout of the content. No, excuse me. This is one of the 2 content slides. And this one's got to be our content with caption slide. We used a picture with caption slide, a side-by-side, and then another side-by-side. We also showed how to use the design function of Microsoft PowerPoint, as well as how to insert images. whether it be through the slides actual ways or even if it's through the Insert tab. We've also talked about how to change the fonts to be a little bit more eligible. We've also talked about how to underline and bold and highlight, or bold, underline, and italicize. We hope that this was very useful to you, and we hope that we can help you later on. If you have any concerns or comments, please feel to reach out to us through our Facebook page or through our website. Thank you so much for watching our video, and have a wonderful day.